Hi everyone and welcome to Just Jackie. So today I'm joined by Gil Gordon, who's the Managing Director of RI Newcastle and Lower Hunter, as well as Estate Planning for Life. So welcome, Gil.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Pleasure to be here.
So can you tell me, outside of work, don't mention a word about work, I want to know, who is Gil Gordon? What do you do? What do you do on your weekends? Tell me about you, the human.
Well, the human, father, husband, friend. I've got some mates, pretty incompetent soccer player. I'm somewhat obsessive about my shed. I build a lot of things, a lot of landscaping, a lot of garden architecture and things like that. I guess I'm a different person in different roles, as we all are. I find that playing soccer on a Friday night is a good way to blow the cobwebs out of the week, because that's the way we are. I think my wife, who's more into horoscopes and things, apparently I'm a dragon born in the year of the dragon, and that seems to have some correlation with making things out of metal. I don't know, you'd have to talk to Angie about that.
I hope that's a compliment though. A dragon being born in a dragon. I'll chat to her. But anyway, we're not here for horoscopes. So changing on to work, can you tell me what your job entails exactly?
I guess the dominant business now is the financial planning business, RI Newcastle and Lower Hunter. So I'm the CEO and I guess the head of advice. I've got a long pedigree with the professional standards side of Retire Invest that I've had a lot to do with over the years. So I see as the CEO, my job is to protect the business and to grow the business. Now the growth, look, to be honest, the protection is through governance and compliance. It's one of the reasons we like being part of the RI group, that we're very safe in that space as long as you stay within the rules, and we don't find that really interferes at all. Growing the business is through organic means and M&A. I guess I'm about 30% an advisor these days, about 70% CEO. So I see 3 or 4 clients a week, but it's realistically probably only 10 to 20% of my job. So there's a fellow that coaches me by the name of Brian Fitzpatrick that talks about working in the red, blue and the black. Red is the money you've already earned, call it the administrative execution side. The blue is the money you're in the process of earning this week, and the black is the money you're going to earn in 3 months, 6 months, 2 years time. So I guess I'm 20 to 30% in the blue, about 70% in the black, which is the long term.
Yeah. Oh, I love that idea though. Can you just say that name again? Who said the...
Brian Fitzpatrick.
Okay, interesting.
No, he's a wonderful coach and a very smart man.
Yeah, I love that idea. I have to work more in the black. And so, how important do you think it is to educate your clients rather than just providing advice and then executing?
Yeah, you don't ask easy questions, do you, Jackie? Honestly, FASIA demands informed consent, so it's critical. In truth, though, clients don't remember things very well, and they really do want to delegate decisions to us. So it's hard to prove informed consent. So in practice, informed consent in education is about protecting the advice business. You know, you've got to prove the informed consent from the very rare bad advisor, but also the occasional administration error. So Simon Sinek talks about why before what and how, right? So being holistic advisors, our job is to frame all our decisions that we make with the client through the lens of what they want out of it. So I think the most valuable IP in our business and in the advisors is our process where we get behind the super fund or the investment or the debt structure or whatever and go, okay, why do you have this? What are you working towards? Because clients remember, I have that insurance policy because it protects my family if I die or get hurt. And we find that informed consent and education is much more powerful if you're grounded in the why the client is seeking advice. And they remember it better. They really do. So it stops them talking to us about the recent fund performance, which it's not a good conversation to be caught in.
Oh, I do love that though. And so what is one thing you'd love to change about the financial planning world?
I like this question. We've got to stop thinking we're in the advice business. We're not in the advice business. We're in the service business, right? Advice is one of the things we do, right? We provide Centrelink support, estate planning support, estate planning for life stuff I do, right? We provide a coaching service. We provide an ear to be listened to. We provide a wonderful after-sale service. And this is a passion of mine at the moment. Advisors have traditionally ruled the roost in this industry because ASIC thinks it's about product advice. I get that. Clients come to us because they have a problem. They buy because they meet an advisor they like, but they stay because of the quality of the service we provide. So you can change advisors in and out as long as they get the continuity of the client service manager in the background or the team. So in our business, we are very much, the clients have a relationship with 4 or 5 members of staff. So we've got to start thinking about this being a client service business, not just a product business. But given what's happening in quality of advice, we're headed absolutely down where the industry funds and the banks are going to come back into advice, and they're going to give free advice via call centres. Welcome, bring it on, because it's not going to be a great experience. So we need to, and this is a strong feeling of mine, we need to introduce the idea of a product advisor, which is a bit like going to the local Toyota dealership. You know what they're going to sell you. It doesn't mean it's a bad product, but you're going to pick up the phone and ring Australian Super. They're going to talk to you about Australian Super, and it's a good product. But when they come to us, they come to an independent advisor or some name like that, which is different to the product advice world. So we need to get some distinction around what kind of business we're in, but also the difference between us and the call center advice model that's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, interesting. I guess coming at it from that approach would then put the person first and the human first and take out a whole lot of that, sure, we're all running businesses here, but like the money side of things, it gets rid of that and makes sure that you're providing the best possible product for them.
We had 2 new clients in yesterday. I met with 2 new clients yesterday, right? And our whole approach is we sort of, where are you now? And then we go 3-5 years down the track and say, okay, where do you want to be? And we use an acronym called PEOPLE. So good advice puts people first. It just does. Now that sounds good and feels good, but the acronym PEOPLE stands for place, employment and career, offspring and family, passions and hobbies, liabilities and expenses. You get that clear. That's what money is there to achieve, right? You're going to borrow money. Why are you borrowing money? Because it's where I want to live or I want to grow my net wealth or something like that. In my case, my in-laws are in their 90s and we had to move them out of their home on the other side of town with 24 stairs, and we put them in a house 5 doors up from us. Now we had to borrow money to do it because they couldn't afford to buy it, right? Borrow the house on their own. So what's the purpose of the debt? It's not to get the sharpest rate. It's so that my wife can care for her parents, which are basically next door. And without that, you wouldn't understand why we bought the house. And so this PEOPLE acronym is very powerful.
Yeah, I love that. You need to trademark that, Gil.
Just having a cricket bat doesn't make me Don Bradman. So there's great ideas everywhere. It's how you use them that actually works.
Make a difference. And so on to the next question. Why do you choose to partner with Lydian?
Many reasons, right? It's still early days for us in the Lydian relationship. We want a partner that positions itself as a solution for our business. And that solution is one we bring to our client table, right? So we're now in the process of, we're meeting, because we have a strong set of accounting relationships and we're in a fairly strong growth framework. We're seeing a lot of younger clients, and debt is obviously a huge thing right now. So we need the review service for the young client profile to look at debt. We're too busy with what we do at the moment. We are absolutely run off our feet with new clients without doing any marketing. So Lydian is set up by financial advisors for financial advisors, and they share the revenue with us, so it is a natural win-win. They get that we need a solution, and they're not saying, oh, you didn't fill the form in properly and sending it back to us so that we can change a box. So Roxy and Chris Booth are pretty persistent. They've made a pretty good footprint, but the reason is you're a solution, not a problem for us, and we need solutions.
Well, we love this partnership and we can't wait to see where it goes in the future. And so just the last question for you, which this last question is always my favorite, but if you were a wrestler, what would your entrance song be?
Well, I'm not really a wrestling fan. It doesn't quite gel with me, but I am a Rocky fan. I love the Rocky Balboa movies, so I can't fail to be motivated by the Rocky theme song. Every time I hear it, I kind of want to go to the gym or hit the pool or something. So it works. It gets right down in the guts where you need it to get. So the Rocky song. Yeah.
Well, Gil, thank you so much for your time today. As I said, we love this new partnership. We cannot wait to see where it goes in the future. And thank you again for your time.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you. Bye.